On the last slide, I said that you should simplify in the fraction first if you can. However, you're going to notice on the next slide, we can never have radicals in our denominator. So if you ever see a perfect square in the denominator, don't simplify anything yet. Just take the square root of that perfect square. So on A here, 80 over 25, I know they're both divisible by 5, but I'm going to keep them separate for a minute because I see that 25 is a perfect square. The square root of 25 is 5. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to think, well, what's perfect that goes into 80, right? And that's 16. It's 16 times 5. So we're going to break that up into 16 and 5. We'll just go ahead and take the square root of 25 as 5. So that's handled. Now, I want you to be careful because some people will see the 5 and the 5 and they'll think, oh, well, those will cancel out. You can't cancel radical stuff with regular numbers. So we can't do that yet. But the square root of 16 is 4. So it becomes 4 root 5 over 5. So you can only simplify radicals with radicals as far as division and like regular numbers with regular numbers. So look at the 4 and the 5. You can't simplify the fraction 4/5 anymore. So that would be your final answer. So on B, I see the denominator is 9, which is a perfect square. So the square root of 9 is 3. Great, great. Now in the numerator, it's not all perfect. The 4 is perfect, but x to the 5th is not. So we could put x to the 4th there, and then the 5th x would go in the leftovers. There's got to be a name for that second radical. I don't know it though. Radical number 2. So if we square root 4x to the 4th, the square root of 4 is 2. The square root of x to the 4th would be x squared. We got our leftover x, our root x, and we have the 3 in the denominator. 2 over 3, can't simplify it. So that would be our final answer. All right. So I think you're ready to go for these 3 problems. Why don't you go ahead, pause it. I'm going to go ahead and work them. Pause it, try them out. I'm going to run out of room, so I'm going to do B down here. We can take the square root right now. 5y. Leave us with z squared root z over 5y. All right, one more. These are both perfect squares, so we can go ahead and just square root them. Square root of p to the 6th is p to the 3rd. Square root of q to the 10th would be q to the 5th. Yeah, that's it, man.